My journey in the public sphere began in 2022 and received unexpected and very important support from Gary Lucas, a legendary American guitarist, songwriter, and composer. Gary Lucas is known as the founder of the band Gas and Monsters since 1989, and as a musician who collaborated with such a rock music legend as Iggy Pop. Gary Lucas attended the certain Musicares map found benefit at the Fonda Theatre in Hollywood in 2007 with Dave Gunn from Depeche Mode and Dennis Cooper. Although our last meeting took place back in 2006 on April 14, Gary shared a repost of my few posts on Instagram. Thank you, Gary. In August 2023, Joakim Kantz, the frontman of the Swedish band Hammerfall, followed me on Instagram. We exchanged Halloween greetings with each other in Instagram too. In November 2023, Zinat Pirzade followed me in Instagram. Zinat performed at the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the King Carl Gustaf Reagan in Sweden. No, Swedish king, you understand me. Zinat also liked a photo of mine and Errol Musk, and we exchanged Halloween greetings with Zinat on Instagram. Later, Leif Schulman entered my life and followed me on Instagram. Leif Schulman is a Swedish journalist specialized in covering entertainment events and celebrities' lives. Schulman previously worked for the publications She and Her and Had a Bacon. In the 1970s, he worked on the Swedish Billboard charts and among other things accompanied the band ABBA on their world tour and wrote the book ABBA in America. After that, I received likes on my comments in Instagram from my favorite actor, Peter Starmare. I've watched about 100 films featuring Peter Starmare. Ingmar Bergman introduced Peter Starmare to the world of huge cinema, etc. Then I got likes on my comments from Niklas Wahlgren, a Swedish actor, pop singer, and former radio host. Niklas Wahlgren's mother, Kristina Scholin, is an actress who appeared in the film Fanny and Alexander, directed by Ingmar Bergman. Then I wished for Marty Arby a happy Halloween, and he did the same in Instagram. Marty is the president and CEO of Capital South LLC, a Washington DC-based national lobbying and public relations firm. Arby founded in 2023. Marty was honored by Queen Elizabeth. Marty supports Donald Trump, and Marty has personally met President Donald Trump. Then Roland Lescure, the French Minister of Economy, Finance and Industry, liked my comment on Instagram. Roland Lescure has wonderful photos with French President Emmanuel Macron and with American President Donald Trump. Then Ursula Ruzecka from Poland, who has served as a member of the Seventh Sejm of Republic of Poland since June 2015. Ursula Ruzecka followed me in X. Ursula personally met with former Polish President Andrzej Duda, and she also personally met with current Polish President Karol Nawrocki. Maybe in 2023, Christian Vinenti Giovannini followed me on Instagram. He is a former conservative party senior advisor and consultant. After followed me Conservative Party via Chris in Instagram. I also participated in the European Day of Languages in Moscow for 3 years in a row. For 2 years in a row, I was featured in the official European Day of Languages videos on the official YouTube channel of the European Union delegation to Russia. In 2024, I was featured in a video at the European Day of Languages with His Excellency Roland Golarak, head of the European Union delegation to Russia, and he European Union ambassador to Russian Federation in Moscow, and with Robert Kvili, former Norwegian ambassador to Russia, with Nigel Casey, the British ambassador to Russia, with Tom Dodd, the deputy ambassador to Great Britain to Russia, with Daria Bavdash-Kuret, former ambassador to Slovenia to the Russian Federation. In 2025, I was featured on video at the European Day of Languages with His Excellency Roland Golarak, head of the European Union delegation to Russian Federation, European Union ambassador to Russia, with Nicolas de Rivière, ambassador of France to Russian Federation, and with Nigel Casey, the British ambassador to Russia. And I smoked cigarettes with Daria Bavdash-Kuret, the Slovenian ambassador to Russia, and we talked about me in 2023. In 2024, I had speak dating with Tom Dodd, the Deputy Ambassador of Great Britain to Russia. In 2025, Nigel Casey, the British Ambassador to Russia, shook my hand twice during a speak dating. Yasmin Guidar, a diplomat and current ambassador of France to Tajikistan, followed me in X. Yasmin Guidar is the wife of the current European Union ambassador to Russia, His Excellency Roland Galarok. No, his husband, Yasmin. Adam Däckmar, a Grammy Award-winning musician, liked my comment on Instagram. Adam keyboard player for the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, and Black Sabbath. Adam won the in 2026 Grammy Award for Best Rock Performance for his live performance of Ozzy Osbourne's Changes. Bill Moseley is an American film and television actor in Rob Zombie's cult horror film House of Thousand Corpses. Bill Moseley played one of his most famous roles, the insane sadist and leader of the family clan Otis Driftwood. And Bill liked my comment on Instagram too. Uwe Lullis is a German rock musician and guitarist, best known as a member of the famous heavy metal band Accept. He follows me on Instagram. Chris Caffery, an American heavy metal guitarist, best known for his work as a member of Sabotage and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, followed me on Instagram. Tommy Price, a legendary American rock drummer with a Grammy nomination, was a longtime drummer for Joan Jett and the Black Hats for over 30 years and was also the drummer for Billy Idol. Tommy Price followed me on Instagram and suggested to hire him as a drummer in my bands on Instagram. Tommy wanted me and loved me, but he died. I really miss Tommy Price. Danny B. Harvey, an American guitarist, producer, and composer, is best known as the founder and guitarist of Headcat, a side project of legendary Motorhead frontman Lemmy Kilmister, frontman Motorhead. Danny followed me on Instagram and we also exchanged Helen Vicious. Also, the 69 Kids, a band founded by Jyrki 69, the lead singer of the Finnish rock band, the 69 Nights, and featuring Danny, follows me on Instagram. Paul Truda, a renowned American musician, keyboardist, singer, and songwriter, best known as the longtime keyboardist for rock star Billy Idol, to follow me on Instagram. And Paul followed me on Instagram. And Paul and I even exchanged phone numbers and chatted on Instagram. I think Paul to something more, but I chose a Billy Idol, and Paul blocked me out of jealously, maybe. Mark Young Smith is an American guitarist, songwriter, and music producer best known for his collaborations with both renowned rock artists Billy Idol and Charlie Sexton. Mark and I were in love and corresponded on Instagram for 3 weeks straight. Mark wanted to call me from Austin to arrange for him to play guitar on my band's records and at my concerts, and for me to sing vocals. Mark also offered to produce me, but I declined. Mark ended up being my virtual husband for 3 years, then dumped me after photos with Errol Musk appeared on my page, and finally I got a haircut like met our friend drummer Tommy Price, Mark called a bad drummer. I got into a fight with Mark over his insults to Tommy, not in messages. The real Grammy nomination lasted on the Grammy website, and Mark's fictional Grammy nomination, which he made up. Mark dumped me after my birthday, which he only congratulated me with a like last year without explaining the reason for his disappearance. Mark's last message was a video with Billy Idol. You can read more about my relationships with Mark on my official website in the form of screenshots. I wrote this at my peak visit Garrett Dirch, the real name Garrett Heineman. He is a German musician and multi-instrumentalist. He has been the permanent keyboardist, percussionist, and guitarist for the gothic industrial metal band Lord of the Lost since 2010. Lord of the Lost is a popular German gothic industrial metal band from Hamburg, founded in 2007 by Chris Harms. I've had some incredible experiences with the band. In Moscow, Chris Harms ran around the stage wearing my hat. It was an unforgettable moment. Later, I took a photo with him in St. Petersburg, in Russia. In the same city, I also had the chance to meet other artists. I took a picture with Class Grenade, the drummer Däckmar, a gift of drumsticks to me directly from the stage, and afterward we took a photo together. Both six signed my hands with a black marker, and I captured that moment with a photo as well. I also got a picture with Garrett Dirch, King Charles IV of Great Britain shook hands with Lord of the Lost, and with maybe German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier. I don't know what about Frank. Вот. И this on Eurovision. Piotr Sikora is a renowned Polish-American a photographer famous for his iconic portraits of hip-hop stars, including Eminem and 50 Cent. His portfolio also includes shots of other genre legends such as Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne. Piotr Sikora follows me on Instagram. Aranda Spida, or just Uri Spida, is a famous American producer, writer, and former fixer who is often referred to in the press as the mob boss of Hollywood. Ori called me first from Beverly Hills, and we talked. Then I talked with Ori about and we chatted on Instagram for 3 weeks and finally exchanged Halloween wishes. Ultimately, I still have a good relationship with Orlando Spida, but it's extremely secretive because of his past. Thank you, Ori, for everything. Vladimir Stoyanov is a Bulgarian operatic baritone. He sings in opera. He has performances in some of the largest theaters in the world, including La Scala, Milan, Staatsoper Vienna, Metropolitan New York, Opernhaus Zurich, Unter den Linden Berlin, La Fenice Venice, Teatro Regio Turin and Parma, Bellas Artes Mexico, Teatro Rio, Madrid, King's Opera Stockholm, Teatro Liceo Barcelona, Teatro dell'Opera Roma, Teatro Massimo Palermo, King's Opera Muscat, San Francisco Opera House in San Francisco, Tokyo, and Moscow. Vladimir Stoyanov liked my post on Instagram. I completed an internship at the Большой Theatre in Moscow in 2017. I resolved my qualification as a stage master. From May to July 2017, I was at the Большой Theatre installing stage sets. Yuri Grigorovich shook my hand before going on stage at the Benoît de la Danse International Ballet Festival at the Большой Theatre. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend the funeral due to illness. After shaking hands with Yuri Grigorovich, the presidents of Russia and Brazil, and Yuri Grigorovich spent the evening at the Большой Theatre at the concert featuring the winners of the 2017 Southern International Ballet Competition and choreographers, where I installed stage sets. I worked in the Большой Theatre workshops during my internship. I drew Romeo and Juliet on a rake with red paint for the ballet Nureyev, for the new stage of the Большой Theatre with my classmates. I painted the sets for the Nureyev ballet for the Большой Theatre in black. I miss the Большой Theatre very much. Afterwards, Errol Musk, Elon Musk's father, visited the theatre last year after the forum. Maria Yumasheva, the granddaughter of the first Russian president Boris Nikolaevich Yeltsin, liked my comment on the birthday of Naina Yeltsina, her grandmother, who was congratulated on her birthday by Vladimir Putin, President of Russia. Errol Musk is a South African engineer, businessman, and politician. Elon Musk's father. It all started with a cigarette and the thought, who is Elon Musk's father? A quick Google search revealed an incredible coincidence. Errol Musk was scheduled to speak the very next day at the Future Forum 2050 in Moscow. I looked at picture of Errol Musk and decided I wanted to see Errol Musk. A quick registration, and yes, I was at the venue. In the morning I was drinking coffee while my driver, a former Formula One racer, was skirting on in traffic jams along the dividing stripe, paying fines for me, leave the crypto wallet and parking the Rolls Royce right on the steps of the forum's main building. I approached the molecule hall, the door opened, and there was Errol with crowd of Russians. I will get met. Errol looked at me, so Lord Kid so intently that my heart nearly stopped, and I absorbed that. Then that I was. I stayed seated at the hall, listening to another speakers while waiting for Errol's speech, but it was cancelled. Out of frustration, I got drunk on beer drink and went to Twist Garden, a famous Moscow fine dining restaurant that has earned 2 Michelin stars. Twist Garden is located in the very center of the Moscow at 8 Strasnoy Boulevard. In the end, I left what is a tape to size of an average SpaceX engineer annual salary. I stepped out onto Strasnoy Boulevard, where a cavalcade of 3 black Rolls Royces was already waiting for me. 2 of them empty, and drove home, spending a completely sleepless night with a photo of Elon Musk. The next morning, attempt number 2. Back at the forum, having taken the wrong floor, I stumbled upon a huge crowd. I put on a simultaneous interpretation earpiece. Ну, этот headphone, этот for translate этот language. How cool here? I don't know what I am cool, how I am cool. And next, I ignore the entered the molecule hole and pointedly sat on the steps on stairway in the center of этот molecular hole. Это, ну, и see, I am Errol Musk. How see no sort. No, okay, the fact is, okay. This were all attention shifted to me flashes from paparazzi cameras after the forum. One forum to endless requests for photos and crowds of people at the to talk after the event, call me, write me, no, okay, you understand me. My debate with a foreign surname sparked a flurry of questions and aggression from the local participants. But the icing on the cake was a man who looked like had escaped straight from the sea. He was wherever I was dropping on my every breath. I tried to hide from him in the corners, but then when a long story, and in long story, I never saw Errol again. After the forum, I got drunk, ate beer drink, and but I never forget this fucking forum. Wait. Yeah, I am wait. Wait. No, okay. Yet.